Question number 12, Catherine Delahunty.
Te lofa lava, Mr Speaker. Kia ora koutou katoa. To the Minister for the Environment, what advice, if any, has he received on the economic, cultural, health or environmental benefits of making rivers safe for swimming?
Mr Speaker.
The Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
My advice is that leaving water quality decisions totally to regional councils without government direction, as was the case for 25 years, was not working. That is why this government developed New Zealand's first national policy statement on freshwater, which alongside the record investment of over $350 million in freshwater cleanups is providing health and environmental benefits. Earlier this year, I consulted the public on further refinement of these standards and a new compulsory requirement to fence stock out of rivers and lakes that will improve swimmability of our waterways.
True.
Supplementary question, Catherine Delahunty.
Will the environmental benefits that the Freshwater Improvement Fund announced in the budget include making rivers safe for swimming or just meet the government standard of wadable rivers?
Speaker.
The Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Absolutely. It will be committed to the issue of improving swimmability as well. The national policy statement introduced by this government in 2011 is actually the first national direction from any government in New Zealand around the importance of our water bodies being swimmable.
Supplementary question, Catherine Delahunty.
Given the negative impact on water quality by intensive dairy farming and irrigation, how will opening up the Freshwater Improvement Fund to irrigators make our rivers safe for swimming?
Mr Speaker.
The Honourable Dr Nick
My
Smith.
first point is that if we look at the swimmability of our waterways, let's not just talk about intensive farming, because the region that has the least number of water bodies available to swim in is Auckland, where the principal pollutants are urban. So both urban and rural New Zealanders need to lift their game in respect to swimmability. On the issue of irrigation schemes, I would draw the members' attention to a scheme that my colleague Nathan Guy is working hard on in respect of the Waimea, where actually an irrigation scheme that will involve converting dry land farming to apple orchards actually results in increased production, increased exports and improvement in water quality. It is not synonymous to say that water storage and irrigation schemes reduce water quality, because that is not true.
It's good that you believe that. Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Catherine Delahunty.
What advice, if any, has he received on the amount of money that could be saved in river clean-up costs if we put a moratorium on dairy intensification?
Mr Speaker.
The Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr Speaker, I know the Green Party would want to put moratoriums on every possible activity, whether it be bottled water, whether it be horticulture, whether it be water storage, whether it be on the dairy industry. A blunt tool like moratorium does nothing more than stop export growth, stop jobs growth, stop economic growth, and that's where National and the Greens disagree.
Point of order. My question, Mr Speaker.
Order. No, if the member's questioning whether the question's been addressed, it's certainly been addressed.
I asked about the advice,
Order.
Mr Speaker.
The question's been addressed. And that concludes question for oral answer. I call on Government Order of the Day